red moon rising on the Cuyahoga River, rolling into Cleveland to the lake.
All right, well, welcome back to Super Wild Card Weekend.
Why are they calling it Super? I was just wondering. Is it because they
I
stack
think
so many
I
games?
was going to say because there is so many games, and I think it's only been 2 years of the new. They're added an extra team in the playoff.
Oh yeah.
Because Green Bay is now the first team 7 seed to ever advance
Right.
past the first
Yeah.
round.
We had 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday, and then they made it 2 games Monday, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's cool with that.
hey, more football the better for me. So I'm already getting depressed because I see it coming to an end. So
Interesting games, man.
oh, absolutely.
Which one you want to start off with first?
We're gonna start off with the Lions Cowboys. Always.
Yeah.
What I have pulled up is just funny for the last few clips that we had going. So I just wanted to pull it up because I think everyone that's watched our stuff will find this funny.
All right, throw it on
There's
there.
a lot of controversy over this. So here we go. We're just going to go in and look what happens.
Eyeballs it.
He
Eyeballs it again.
guess what, guys?
Oh, here we
He
go.
does.
And here comes Skipper.
Check
reporting.
in.
Here come the
Skipper
offensive
is
lineman.
checking in. Dan Skipper is. Even the fans are like, quiet down.
Oh, he
See,
gave it the-
Yeah.
didn't see the
I just
Dallas
found
game,
that
you know,
funny when I saw that. I was like, oh,
there
it's
was
just
some-
It's good.
classic.
Yeah, you gotta throw that-
all
you
the,
gotta
all
throw
the
that in.
controversy that's gone along with that and everything. But I had to go with this game. Is there was a lot of no looks from Matthew Stafford that I was impressed with.
they're always giving like Patrick Mahomes like credit on it, but I think you've always said like, man, Stafford's been doing this for a while, and you said like Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is actually the one that pointed it out. He said, he's like, he didn't want to take anything away from Patrick Mahomes. He goes, but no one's been giving Stafford any credit. And watching Stafford do it is extremely impressive because not only does he it's just a dime. You got to watch this. This is the first quarter. He throws an absolute dime no-looker. And I was just extremely impressed. So you guys are going to see this dime that Stafford
You
throws.
better have
Watch
a
this.
good arm to make this throw right here. He comes
Yo,
out
that's
there,
beautiful, man.
Look at this.
Money, bro.
down the barrel of Cameron Sutton.
laser.
Throws a strike.
Dude, tight
Patrick
spiral,
Mahomes will take
right
a
on
look and
point.
see one. Of course,
I mean,
Stafford did that in the biggest of
you
moments
just
in
don't
the
get
Super
better
Bowl,
than that
too.
on a no-look pass. I mean,
Yeah.
I was super impressed. And then he does it again later on. That I'm just like, God, this
When
guy
you
just
look
doesn't
out
stop.
there that they're playing very wide to Matthew
Yeah, he did it right
Stafford.
there too.
Little
Yeah,
Magic
I mean-
Johnson, no looker there on that one.
He's due the
Second one
credit.
tonight.
This was a great game. I was really impressed by both teams. I mean, look, 24-23 it came down to.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure there's some Rams fans that are kind of upset about like there was at least one call, and I call both sides, but there was a Puka Nacua call, like he was getting held and they didn't throw it, and it could have extended. So it's once again, it's you could pick these games apart every week, but I know there were some Rams fans pissed off about it, about the officiating. But once again, you're always gonna have it, you know.
yeah, I think that's part of any sport game is human error, right? And that would be the refs. They're going to make errors. They're not going to see everything, and it's kind of part of the game. You gotta almost brace yourself for it. It's going to happen. You're going to have that human error, and except when it's blatantly like way back with the Saints game where it was that. I mean, everyone saw that pass interference and they let that slide.
I'm gonna always be open to steering.
Yeah. So
If it's a game that they want to steer because it has to do with, more views, more likes, more attention, more money, then I think they'll steer it. If it's a game that they don't care too much about, you're not going to probably see much steering. That's just my take on it. So do I think that they would want the Rams in to go further? They want the Lions. They want the Lions to go in. What's going on with the Lions right now with Dan Campbell and what's just the hype and stuff over there? I think they want the Lions in. I think Rams wouldn't have any favor from the refs anyways, if you believe in that or not.
Even though they were the 2 seed, they have that like underdog story. The team that hasn't made it to the playoffs since '91 or won a playoff game since '91, and here they are. The whole city's behind them. does that make you scared as a Niner fan?
If there was a team I was going to root for, it'd be the Lions because I liked what I saw in the locker room. And then Dan Campbell, he was like handing out the game ball, and he's like, "Hey, Jared Goff, Detroit is okay with you," pretty much saying because he got
Rams
kicked from the Rams, and it was like, wow, man, that was kind of deep just from him doing that. And Jared Goff, just the way he was in the locker room, and he's like, let's fucking he has a team. They remind me of how the Niner locker room is because we're a big family, and they are a big family too. Obviously, I'm a huge Niner fan, so Detroit I'm not going to be supporting. But if my Niners did happen to get knocked out this weekend, I guess we'll talk about Packers in a second, knock on wood they don't. But if they did, I would be rooting for the Lions because I like what I see over there.
Well, yeah, what I was meaning, are you worried as far as
No.
them steering the Lions to beat?
No, because the Ravens and Niners is on the Super Bowl logo, so I'm still sticking with that. So, yeah, I'm not really concerned about it. I think if anything, if that logo is true, the refs are gonna be steering the Niners to go in. Well, right now it's still it's fucking with me a little bit because Tampa's in still. And that's red. Niners are red. So I'm like, well, maybe it's not Niners. Maybe we getting worked by Green Bay Packers. And I hope that doesn't happen because I was thinking about going to that game anyways, but I'm not going to. But, yeah, I hope that doesn't happen.
With the Lions game, there was kind of a scary moment. I don't know if many people seen, and realized Stafford took a pretty nasty hit.
Dude, when I watched it looked like he got knocked out. It's like a UFC match I've watched.
His eyes were rolled back.
That's what I looked at.
Yeah. So I pulled up the clip of that.
No,
and you'll
it's
see,
way more important than anything I was saying.
So
Stafford,
you'll
watch
see
him
here,
here.
his eyes are definitely
As he gets crushed by
rolled
Hutchinson.
back.
So Hutchinson comes in, and then boom, homeboy comes on the other side. It's this clip that you see his eyes right there. Like, wow, they're just staring up. He's definitely knocked out.
Here at Ford Field.
He's out cold, and it's
Dude, he's holding like where his liver is.
Dude, he stayed in.
I know, he went over and came back in. Toughest dude, one of the toughest dudes in the NFL, QB wise. His fucking hand's fucked up too. His thumb's fucked up. He hit his hand like plays before this. He's getting knocked out. Like clearly got knocked out.
I was so shocked. I was like, wait, he just got knocked out, but he's like holding his arm, like he's hurting in all these places. He just doesn't know.
It reminds me of when Montana got yoked in that championship game against Giants. They're like, hey, what's hurting? He's like, everything.
I think that's what Stafford was saying there. And then you have Stafford getting knocked out, and then you got this nasty knee hit by Higbee. It was every time I watch it, it makes me cringe. Yeah, I'm going to show that.
He rolled it out, and then it's just in real time. It's just disgusting. I don't know if anybody else's leg would have been able to take that because he's putting pressure on it as the force is coming towards it. That's the problem. Like, he's about to step down right there as he's getting, that thing buckled.
Oh, my man.
Dude walked off, right?
Yeah, walked off. Oh, my God.
Dude, that leg almost went into the stands, bro.
I felt it, man. It was one of them. I mean, there he goes walking off. I mean, I felt it, and, man. But, the Lions pulled off the victory, made it an exciting game.
Yeah, they did. It was a good one. It was one of the better ones. Hats off to the Lions. Rams still, man. Puka Nacua had a big game. I think he broke DK Metcalf's record for most yards in a game for a rookie.
Yep.
Postseason game.
Yes.
Yeah, there's always that. It still is. It was like over 180 some yards.
He broke the rookie receiving record in the regular season too. So the guy's special. So
overall, hats off to the Lions on that one.
Yeah. So we're gonna dive into the Green Bay Cowboys.
That's
game.
the shocker of this whole super wild card weekend. Yeah.
And no one was expecting just the pure dominance that Green Bay and came out and put on them. I don't know what was going on with the Cowboys. They were just off.
I saw McCarthy go to the sideline talking to Ceedee Lamb. Ceedee Lamb was like looking at him weird. Dak and Ceedee were like not on the same page, completely not the norm. I think that there was something, like, I hate to say this because I'm like not a full on like believing what I'm about to say, but I'm like, it's like, Ceedee, man, did somebody like give you a death threat or something to me? Like, you blow this game. And he's like, oh, shit, I got it. And he's like, what? They're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like, dude, tell us what happened. What's going on? It's just nothing was adding up. They were not in sync. And even you're about to show this video here of
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb's behavior. So, I mean, one, I don't know why you can make a comment on Dak not getting rid of this ball and taking this. I just can't believe he took a sack here.
Right. So
Third and
that's what I was
5.
going to say. I mean, it wasn't just they were just off as a team. You realize they were, I believe, the most high-powered offense in the NFL this season. And this is just a short clip of how they were off. Like, they just weren't playing like they should. Here we go. Let me show you this. You got 3rd and 5.
Goes off to the right.
Dak's rolling out.
Yeah, don't take that sack.
He takes the sack when he could have clearly threw it away. And I get it was 3rd down, so it didn't matter, but because they're going to punt anyways. But
That's kind of a field goal. No, look where they're at.
yeah. And then you got,
Dude, CeeDee didn't even look back when that guy pushed him.
yeah, like Ceedee gets pushed for
Did
no
they end
reason.
up punting right here?
You know what? I can't remember. We can fast forward.
Yeah, just fast forward. I'm curious if they punted right there, or because
Yeah,
they did. So
And
there would have been a better chance of a field goal right there.
Yeah.
Aubrey's been pretty good too.
I don't think he missed in regular season,
No.
if I can remember. I think he's, I think that the postseason he missed in this game, which, it's
Can't
just
take
crazy.
that sack there.
Now, he definitely shouldn't have taken it. There was something off with their offense. I don't know what was going on, but they just weren't playing like the Cowboys.
Nope.
And then on the other side of the ball, you got Jordan Love just playing lights out.
Dude, he had some throws, man.
I mean,
I was impressed by some of the stuff and I didn't think he was like this. His arm is stronger than I'm aware of, and he can throw off his back foot with an arm. I mean, he got to watch Rodgers, and that's Rodgers stuff right there.
he definitely looks just like him the way
Slinging that back like that.
Yeah, I mean, here's a just absolute dime with time running out. You got the play clock running out, and here I'm going to show the clip.
That's right.
Here's Love. Pressure.
Back foot.
Foot throw. End zone.
Jesus.
Unbelievable, man.
For the touchdown.
I mean, it's-
That's all QB play right there, man.
Yeah. I mean, that was amazing just watching that. So, and you pointed out the halftime speech of Jimmy Johnson. You could tell he was fired up for the Cowboys because he was probably thinking just like every Cowboy fan.
They were saying put him in the locker room. They're like, yo, why is Jimmy Johnson needs to be in the locker room doing this speech? He was more fired up than anybody else.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
can see it here.
Yeah, go ahead. And you can see the passion in this speech.
Well, first of all, I can't say
see
what I
anger,
would
too.
say now on television, but I'll just say this. Every single one of you, you know how hard we've worked. I don't need to have people pointing the fingers one thing or another. You get your rear end in there and you play the way you know how to play. We can win the game. We're going to open it up. We're going to go fast tempo. Defense, get after Jordan Love. You can't give him that much time. You do what you're supposed to do, we'll win this game.
All right.
Dude, I can feel like it's Strahan.
Yeah, Strahan got all pumped up and fired up. Look, you want to shoot him up.
I could not.
Gronk.
Your boy Gronk.
He's so corny to me, bro. I can't. He's trying, man, but he's.
Now that we have this podcast, I understand Gronk a little more right now.
Oh, like Ryan's in the drive captain's chair right now.
Yeah, I'm in the driver's seat, so I feel like Gronk he doesn't have it there. He's still trying to make his.
He's been interviewed after many games. Come on, man.
How does he end up looking so goofy in his commercials?
Because God
and
gave him
everything?
gifts in other areas. It's called football and height. Look how tall he is compared to everybody.
Yeah.
He's not going to be smooth with his verbal skills or be quick-witted or just have a
Every
good
one of
communication
them.
game.
Every one of them are football players, except Jimmy Johnson might have been. I just don't know. I just know he's a football coach. But, they're all great on camera. They look natural. Gronk looks out of place, and he's trying too hard. But it's funny. I guess you could say, oh, that's just Gronk.
It's just Gronk, man.
You know?
Let's just call it that. That's him.
I'm special.
Yeah, please. Yeah, he's doing all this commercials. We could talk about that's a whole nother thing.
So
I have no hate, but he stands out to me every time he's on there. I'm like, gosh.
Yeah, so I don't know. I always just found that funny. So, besides that, but you know what? Green Bay absolutely just put on a show. And
48-32. I think that score looks a little better and closer than it really was.
Yeah, Cowboys got a few touchdowns at the end. I mean, it's kind of funny. At one point, they sent their second string out, and then Cowboys scored 2 touchdowns real quick.
Yeah.
And so they sent the.
They're like, put him back in. Fuck, Jesus, we're bleeding bad. That was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not putting the second string back in. You guys are awful.
Yeah, that shit was funny, though. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's classic. So
Cowboy fans, some of them were talking about, like, Belichick and stuff. What's your thoughts on that? Like,
I thought it was an absolute. I mean, Belichick. I think that's what he needed.
you think you get McCarthy out of there? What are you doing if you're? I'll give you my thoughts. I'm curious on what your thoughts are on what you do.
I
for
think
Dallas.
Belichick knows how to turn a quarterback around. Not that I mean, Dak had an MVP season, but it's Lamar's going to take it. But Dak is right there with him. You got Lamar, Dak, and Purdy all right around there. But Lamar.
My boy ain't going to get no love because he's just a second-year young buck. Looks like a kid. Ain't no one going to give.
Hey, Lamar won it his second year.
I know, but it's just my guy's not flashy.
Yeah.
But as long as he's effective, that's all that matters.
He got some Alaska airline commercials. Don't
That's
worry
my
about
boy,
him.
man. Purdy, baby. Capricorns stick together.
But I think Belichick there would be dynamite. But I've never been a fan of McCarthy. I think McCarthy got handed a gift roster. Like any coach with the Dallas Cowboys roster should. I mean, they're guaranteed playoffs. Like it's just instant. This? You look at that roster and you're going, okay, they're going to the playoffs. And I just.
Dude,
I
they've
don't
been
know.
just unfortunately taking L's in the playoffs.
They're losing the it factor when it comes into the playoffs. Like they have it and then they lose it come playoffs. And I mean, here we go. I didn't expect a first round exit, but
you know what? There's people getting fired. There's people. I think even Ron Rivera went. He's gone. Pete Carroll's gone. And my thoughts are, and I know that everyone's like Belichick, and you want to make Dallas team dangerous. And this might be kind of crazy to think about, but I would take Pete Carroll over Belichick. Belichick's as grumpy as hell. All right, that's just one thing. Whatever. Someone could be like, "Oh, he's a good coach." I'll take Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's a good coach. I seen what he did with Geno Smith or whatever scheme he runs over there with his offense. He can make it work. He can put almost anybody in there. So I'm taking them like, okay, if you got Dallas like this, you throw Pete Carroll in there, and hey, Russell Wilson, is he going to be with Denver?
no, they're cutting him.
Throw Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson, and the Cowboys, and you are scaring the shit out of the NFL, in my opinion. Because if you get them firing off like Seattle had them firing off offense-wise, their offense was always decent on Seattle. They had the defense as well, strong defense, but their offense with Russell Wilson would do some damage because Russell can run, Russell can pass. It's all fucked up over there in Denver, but put him back with Pete Carroll that knows him best, and they know each other best, and Russell knows that scheme. You tell me you don't put Russell back into a Seattle scheme, he's firing off again. Yeah. He is. It's a different scheme. It's a different kind of feel.
I don't think Russell actually made too many mistakes this year. It's just their offense was just flat, and I don't think it was on him.
Just a team.
Yeah.
The whole team, just a vibe.
But that is actually a really dangerous combo, and I never even thought about that. Man. That would, send Dak to Denver. I don't know what they would do. I don't know contracts and stuff like that, but I love that. I would love to see that.
Pete Carroll goes to Cowboys as a head coach, we got problems.
Cowboy fans, I would like to know what you would think about that. Pete Carroll, Russell coming over to you guys.
Get Jerry out of there. Get him out of the limelight, man. He's just a problem to me.
Oh, yeah. They will do much better once he's gone.
Jerry's wanting to fire everybody and get this guy out of here. It's his fault. It's like, how about you get out of here for a little bit? How about you step away? That's all we're saying. You step away. Let's take away you for as much as you got. You got your hand there. Just be the owner and just step away. Let somebody else make some of the decisions. Go get a John Lynch or somebody that have somebody that's making some decisions. That's maybe not as emotionally attached.
They have a GM. What's he doing?
I just think Jerry makes a lot of decisions.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I just think he does.
The GM is just a puppet for Jerry,
Yeah, Jerry is the elite, and then Biden would be the pretty much whoever's underneath, or you call head coach or whatever. And they got to do whatever Jerry says.
Yeah. So Jerry's pushing the GM to do stuff. So let's switch gears to the Monday night games. We got both games to me were kind of flat.
Yeah, you kind of knew it was probably gonna. Well,
I didn't know the Monday night
Tampa.
game.
Yeah.
I actually thought, Eagles were going to be the team that kind of
stepped up, showed themselves again.
Yeah.
It didn't
And
show
no,
up.
they were keeping their little downward spirals alive, and
It sucks, man. I picked Tampa to win, obviously, in the last stream. I said it, and then I made a bet, $100 for Eagles to win. Yeah, it didn't work out. I should have stuck with what I knew. Yeah.
were the Eagles favored?
They were favored before the game. That's why I was like, I'll go on
man,
there.
so you would even won more money if you went with the Bucs.
Yeah, I blew it.
That's all right. I mean, but yeah, I mean, the games were kind of flat to me. I mean, I think pretty much everyone knew Buffalo was going to win, but Buffalo did some funny things.
There's some
during the
excitement.
game.
Yeah, there's some excitement.
So we got, you pointed out the little funny thing with Diggs.
After he caught the pass.
Yeah, he caught a pass and
when he
was
went
on the
down
Steelers
after the
sideline,
previous
grabbed some
play. Have a little
Gatorade.
sip of Gatorade.
He got some of that Steelerade or something. Yeah, he stole that Gatorade. He's stealing.
That was kind of funny seeing that. Even the refs knew something was about to go down. Like, we better go grab his ass because it might start something. So, but that was kind of funny. And then and then what was it? Yeah, in the second quarter, Josh Allen does an absolute
52-yard TD run. Turns on the Jets, says, I'm not going down, dude. That's impressive. I want to watch it again. I can't remember. I remember it, and I know we're about to watch it. But, yeah baller, bro. In my
Got
opinion.
a 3rd and 8.
There you go.
Josh steps up, and he's going to get the first down. Oh, and there he
Dude,
goes.
he stopped
No
that
one's gonna
day.
get
Yeah, they
him.
could have got him at that. He slowed down, and he had to go and accelerate again. Speaking of those snowballs, man, they were throwing them while George Pickens was trying to catch a pass. They're throwing them at him in the end zone. It's kind of fucked up.
Speaking of George Pickens, though, he did still. This is something that just naturally happens with this guy.
Yeah,
George Pickens just always is like a highlight reel with catches.
Now he unleashes
Kinda
the pass.
if you remember Brandon
and
Lloyd,
it's
some Brandon
caught.
Lloyd type
What a
stuff.
throw and catch.
look at this.
Pickens on the receiving end.
I know it.
In traffic.
Oh, that's a back.
All
Yeah.
started with the offensive line
running.
giving
Look
time.
at that.
Even with someone bearing down, holding
He had to
their
twist his body
foot.
back. He's in midair
As big
like
a
that,
play,
over
what
the
a
middle.
catch
People
by
coming to
Pickens. You
freaking
see
take his head off.
The out of this world talent and
that was
ability.
just
That is
Shit throw
behind him
from
and
Mason
high.
Rudolph, and Pickens brings it in to
As
make it look
Mason
good.
was getting
That's exactly what happened. There was that, and then we got another special run from
Oh, bro,
run
Shakir.
catch. Yeah, like I think most people probably saw it, but if you guys haven't, this is a really nice play. I'm gonna show
Some
you.
sloppy tackling, which was happening in the Eagles game, right?
That was that's half of the reason why we don't have anything really on the Eagles Tampa game. Is just it was just sloppy,
Wide open stuff, easy.
and it was sloppy on both ends because
Tush push wasn't even working.
yeah, the Bucks were dropping passes, even though they still whipped them. They were dropping passes and stuff like that. It could have been worse. But here's this beautiful run and catch. Boop. Nope.
Slipped off. Dude, 97. He's right there by you, buddy.
That was just a great run. Little guy.
Oh, they picked
too,
him up,
just-
didn't they? They're like, yo, that. They all saw it, pretty
Oh,
much.
yeah,
So
that
they're
was
like,
the
we're
man's
putting you
run.
up. Yeah, watch. They're going to pick him up, put him on their shoulder, I think. About to give him a little Rudy moment.
I love the celebrations with the
Yeah,
snow.
look. See? Yeah. They're like, I can't believe you did that.
Ah, dude, that was great.
Yeah. Beautiful run, man.
It
Completely.
was, man. So, hats off to the Buffalo, So, we don't have much on, like I said, the Eagles and all that, but there was, just a lot of missed tackles, and there was a nice little tight end did run over a cornerback. We're not going to show any of that, but like you said, the tush push was stopped again by the Bucs. So they're the only ones that have stopped it.
I think so, yeah. He got lower. The one guy in the line of the Bucs got lower than Kelce, and that helps out. And then you had the guy jumping across, which that was a face mask call, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It should have been because he was under the helmet. Yeah,
on it.
there was stuff I saw that wasn't getting called during the games. Obviously, we could touch base on so much stuff. It'll be over an hour stream easily. Playoffs, though, man.
Yeah,
you got that
that's what I
bracket. We can look at that bracket a little bit here.
Well, it's going to pull up the playoff bracket and everything. So we got this left. So we now got Houston and Baltimore, KC, Buffalo, Bucks, Lions, Green Bay, San Fran.
We didn't really talk about the games that were earlier, which was the Browns,
and
in
Houston.
the Houston game, and then also the Dolphins in the KC game. Shocker for the Browns because their defense. I mean, I know Flacco threw some picks, but at the beginning it was fine. But once again, C.J. Stroud had like 256 yards passing in the first half. That told me everything I need to know that Browns D wasn't acting as Browns D.
Crazy stat that I saw, C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love had almost identical numbers.
Steered. Telling you guys, it's fixed. We're in a simulation.
I mean, it's the same amount of passing attempts, same amount of catches, the same amount of yards, same amount of touchdowns, same amount of same passer rating, of course, because it's identical. But it was just they both played lights out. Stroud played great, Love played great. That's why they both blew out the teams that they played. Both high caliber defenses. That they said, well, let me show you what we're going to do to a high-caliber defense.
Right on, yeah. How do you feel about that Miami game, man? I know it was cold and stuff, but they were jamming Tyreek on the line. We talked about this. We've mentioned this multiple times. Then we kind of were like, we should maybe shut our mouths. Tyreek wasn't in, and it went to Waddle's routes, and they did well. It's like, but then if you're so one-dimensional where it's like our wide receiver one needs to be effective, and if it's not, as we saw, we're not going to be explosive and we're not going to put up the points because, dude, Niners use their tight end, Kittles, a lot. Ravens we see, obviously likely coming out. Using Andrews, right? The Kelce, obviously. Yeah. I see Kincaid over here at Buffalo. A lot of teams use. Musgrave was doing good on Green Bay. I mean, Laporta over on – I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. And I'm like, how – do you think your team, even if I was a Dolphins fan or even my Dolphin friends that are fans, like you guys, someone needs to get a tight end involved on your team. It's too one-dimensional where it's like, what do? I throw deep to Tyreek or hopefully Mostert will kind of break out a run or Kane or whatever will break out a run. So if they shut down Tyreek, you got a problem then. That's what it sounds like. Or wide receiver one, and that's what they did.
Yeah, and they didn't want to pull any play calls to Waddle. Like you would think, like, all right, shut down. Let's start just nope. And we've seen that with Tua. After his first read's not there, he kind of can get a little shaky.
Yeah,
he's a great quarterback, but man, after that first read, he starts, and then. I don't think he likes playing from behind either. No, yeah, it's those big plays you want to hit, man. But it was crazy. Obviously, It was so cold. Patrick Mahomes cracked his helmet. That was interesting. You got your girl Taylor Swift up there dancing, making some, whatever you want to call it. Instagram probably stuff. Yeah, they were dancing in their skybox and everything. Probably had no clue.
They're about to be at another cold ass game. I'm assuming it's going to be cold again at Buffalo this weekend coming up.
And that's true
because it's at Buffalo. They got home field advantage. You got Houston going over to Ravens there, which is going to be it's going to be good to see Ravens and Niners out there again because it's we know that those are two teams that are favored here. But yeah, man, what's your thoughts? You think anything changes on that Niner Green Bay game? You think Green Bay comes out and puts a little bit of test on the Niners? Do you think Niners come up with some like, yo, you ain't doing this to us?
No, I think they're going to test you guys.
Yeah,
I believe the 49ers are going to take this one. I mean. Sadly, though, I've been bad, so I don't know if you want
me. Don't be bad on my team, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
I've been taking L's all playoffs, with
bro,
everyone.
My brother, he's a Packer fan. You know my brother. This guy don't watch that much football. He can watch this video of me right now. I love my brother, but this motherfucker is texting me now. You know what he texts me? That's what I know he hasn't been watching. That's what he says to me. He's like, hey, do your Niners have a good run team? That's what he asked me.
Wow.
I'm like. Wow. I didn't want to I said, yeah, we're good. We got a great run game. That's all I said. I didn't go into anything else. I'm like, you don't know if my Niners got a good run team?
Come on.
And he's hopeful and hoping that his team all of a sudden just shows up. And dude, I ain't gonna lie, they look pretty nasty.
It's scary, bro.
It's a different game though when I think my team, as long as they show up the way they are, very well balanced. A lot of confusion we throw around, a lot of smoke on offense. Tight ends involved. Debo's going to be involved. Wide receiver one's going to be involved. C-Mac's going to be involved. A ton of people are going to be involved. And I got some headhunters on defense. So it sounds like I'm going to be a little bit overconfident. No, I know my team is good, but they can also lose. It's any given Sunday.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's why I'll never let my guard down with any of these games, even the easiest ones you think. And that's my thoughts on the Niner game. I'm excited to see it, but and if we can get to the Super Bowl, I might fly out to at least whether I go to the Super Bowl or not. I'll fly out to Vegas. Because that's a fun town, man. Either way, I had fun there.
You're going to Vegas in March.
I'm going to March. I'll go there twice, February and March, baby. Yeah.
I think it was a good thing that the Packers did dominate the Cowboys because I think it makes you guys not take them lightly. Like,
imagine if they were stealthy about it and they did that to us. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I'm glad you did do that. What you said is right. Yeah.
So that actually helped you guys out. Now let's shift over to the next one, Bucs Lions. I mean, I think it's hands down Lions.
Bucs go to Lions territory. I think Lions got a good thing going on over there. I'm gonna say a little thing. I was gonna say a good little thing going on. Now I got a good big thing going on over there. Yeah, is that what you would want to see? Do you want to see Niners Lions? Does NFL want to see that? I think so.
Oh, absolutely.
They don't want to see Green Bay Bucs.
Do they want Lions to the Super Bowl?
Don't be saying that, man.
That's the thing. That's a feel-good story. Never been to the Super Bowl now.
Nah, man, my Niners purdy, man. Well, Lions can get it next year, not this year.
next year.
Yeah, let me get this. I took 2 L's in the Super Bowl, last couple Super Bowls for us. So I don't want any more L's in the Super Bowl since my Montana young days. I've been taking L's lately, and I know you're like, Chris, I haven't even been going. I took an L and haven't been since with the Bears. But yeah, so what are your takes to go to the championship game? I got Niners and Lions.
Yeah, Niners, Lions, and then if you go, I mean, the AFC games are.
I got Ravens, Bills.
Yeah, that's what I would say because the AFC games are great, and Casey is always going to keep the game close. But I think Buffalo pulls it out. And
dude, if someone can please just cover Kelce and not let him, this is driving me up the fucking wall. I want to vent about that right now. I am sick of watching teams play KC and Kelce, who is obviously it's like, does everyone get like notified before the game? Like, hey, no one's allowed to cover Kelce. Everybody, listen to me. Come in. You will get fined. You will be out of this NFL if you try to cover him. I am watching him run routes that I watched against Dolphins. I even asked, we were out that night with friends and stuff that were Dolphin fans. And I'm like, why isn't anybody covering Kelce? Why is the main target, even though Rasheed Rice is stepping up, why is the main target just running out there and turning around and then, boom, the ball's there? Like, fuck, anybody can do that.
Yeah.
That's not skill.
We've been saying it all year. We're like, what is up with teams?
I think he's a good tight end, but I'm just saying, when I watch somebody just run out and turn around, I don't care who it is, if it's Kelce or anybody else, that's not skill in the game. Like, that's not impressive. How should any of us fans be like, oh my gosh, that was so impressive. Kelce caught a pass. Yeah, no one covered him. He's wide open. Like,
yeah,
fucking,
if I
we
see
do
him
that shit all
breaking
the
an
time.
ankle or something, then I'm like, oh shit, he
running around, getting him off, creating separation, catching the ball. Yeah, dimes. Yeah, I'm George Pickens type catches and stuff. Yes. I'm not saying he doesn't do that, but there's a lot of times that he's just running and he is wide open. And I'm talking like people are there and they just let him go. They're just letting him go.
Yeah.
It's not that they created the scheme to open him up.
Yeah.
That's my take on that.
No, I'm right there with you. It drives me nuts seeing it too. So maybe they'll listen. We told them what to do with Hill. They listened finally.
Yeah.
Maybe
Buffalo
will listen.
Please,
to us.
maybe bump him off the line, to jam him off the line, to throw off a timing route. Don't just let him walk out there and get an open. It sounds like I guess I am a little bit of a Casey hater. You guys beat my Niners in the Super Bowl, so yes, I don't want you guys in again. Or if it's for redemption, but no, the Super Bowl logo says Ravens Niners. So
then that brings us to the next game. Obviously, you're going with the Ravens over Houston. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, right now Ravens are just playing. I mean, great on both ends. Great on defense, great on offense. They are definitely the team to beat.
Could CJ shock that? There's a little bit of like that. There's a chance. Could CJ shock them?
It's that underdog mentality. I'm telling you, when teams get that in there and they come out fiery. I always will bring that Eagles stretch where they had that and they were wearing the mask and everything because they were every game everyone thought Eagles were going to lose and then they won.
NFL's not going to let, this is where it comes to steering. NFL's not going to let, let's say, Green Bay and Texans be in the Super Bowl. I'm being real. Like, from an entertainment standpoint, it's not that there was like, oh, they're boring. No. It's just the hype that what's been going on.
I think
they're not going to. You think they would allow that?
Yeah.
No way.
I think they will because of the young quarterbacks. Love and Stroud, but they're definitely not letting the Bucs in. I'll tell you that.
Bucs, Baker Mayfield versus, let's say it's Bucs versus
Houston is the team because they're just small market, I guess, in a sense.
Right. That's why I look at it with money, and a lot of viewers might be like, "Oh, this guy thinks everything's steered." I don't think everything's steered, but I do think it is wanting to go a direction, and there are games to help it go a direction. So I do think that it is, I guess, steered, but it can be over. You have to beat the refs and beat the steering.
You know, here's one that could be steered into because they're underdog stories in a sense, like the feel-good teams. Lions are a feel-good team.
Yeah.
Buffalo's a feel-good team.
I agree.
So they could have a Lions-Buffalo game.
Yeah, I could see that being like something like Lions-Buffalo's battling it out. Would like to see it because you're like, wow, there's some passion behind there.
Yeah, but it's just also like you like it, but then it's just like, but there's nothing fun about watching it because I think there's no team that people root for.
Dude, Trent Williams needs a ring. Let's just be real, right? CMC needs a ring. Let's see. Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Hey, your last pick. You suck.
I like Purdy getting a ring over both of them because them are future Hall of Famers. We don't know what Purdy will be, but it's just
Fred Warner deserves a ring. He's working his ass off.
Justin Fields
deserves a ring. Yeah, put in some time.
No, man. Hey, you know me. My team's out. Right now I'm a Niner fan until.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. Just don't pick them to win because it sounds like your picks haven't been going.
Great. No, I haven't. I don't think the only team that I won pick on was Buffalo.
Yeah, mine. Well, I picked Steelers to win, so maybe I'm not going. But then I picked Bucs to win. I'm all over the place. I picked KC over Dolphins. I picked Browns over fucking Texans. Who would have thought?
I was
Cowboys
Browns,
over Green Bay. I
had Browns, Dolphins, Buffalo, Eagles. I didn't know the Rams-Lions game. I didn't want that, but then I had Dallas. So I'm like terrible at picking. So
I think the NFL is going to steer Niners and Ravens, so please watch out for those calls. To be favoring those teams. That's what somebody should watch. Be like, let's see if it favors. Sometimes the team just walks away with it, so they don't need to do any steering, right?
Yeah. I gotta look to see what days them games are on, like Saturday and Sunday. But
it's Saturday and Sunday. So the first game is going to be the Ravens.
You already know?
Yeah, go ahead and check. You can pull it up for everybody so they can see.
Yeah. So
Niners are Saturday at night. Ravens and Houston are the 4:00 game. So, yeah, if you go to NFL, you can click on the NFL logo or go to ESPN. Either one of those will probably show you. Yeah. Let's see here. And switch the wild card to divisional up there.
Yep. Sorry. I wasn't.
And bam. That's going to give us our games down here. So, yeah, Ravens are at 4:30. And Texans, and then the Niners, and
Green Bay, and then Bucks. Okay, good. I'm glad that they kept that game late. I work on Saturday.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
So, well, I think that's it. We pretty much covered a super wild card weekend. You got anything you want to add before we sign off?
Looking forward to the divisionals, man. I have nothing else to say. I just pray my boys can get in, give me a Super Bowl, and then I'll be good for the rest of my life. I need one more.
One more?
Yeah, just give me one more. I'm 42.
Fuck.
Give me one more at least.
Man, I want like 5. But
I've already got to watch 2.
Yeah.
One was like when I was 8 years old, but still, I was aware.
Well,
Montana win. Did we beat Denver Broncos? Yeah, we did. 55-10.
Saturday night, we'll be checking that game out. Well, that's it for Super Wild Card Weekend. I guess we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Later.
Burn on, big river, burn on.